So when you look at weight loss and when you look at getting in shape and losing weight and getting a fit body, um, and especially if you're new to it, it all looks very confusing and very hard. And what most people do when they see that is they just quit because it seems too hard, it seems too confusing. May as well like not even try, right? Um, but the truth is, it's seriously not really that hard. And I got here 3 points, 3 steps. The only 3 steps you need to make the whole thing work for you and build your dream body. So when you look at, all right, what do I need to do? I need to lose the fat and I need to build the muscle. So those are the primary two things that you need to accomplish to build your dream body. So once we have that, then we can know what actions we need to do and what actions we must undertake to get our dream body. In the first case, we need to build muscle, right? And how do you build muscle? You can't build muscle without lifting something up that's heavy. And you can't build muscle without applying some sort of resistance to your muscle. So your muscle needs to experience some sort of resistance and some sort of stimulus for it to grow. And how does it grow? Well, it's because when you apply, let's say you lift a dumbbell or you do a push-up or you do a pull-up, what's happening is you're applying force to the muscle, and muscle is an organ that grows and adapts by you putting more and more stimulus onto it, right? So for example, you lift 10-pound dumbbell right now, and tomorrow you come and you lift 20 pounds. Well, you're putting greater stimulus to the muscle and therefore it's going to grow. So first thing is resistance training. That's actually how you build muscle, right? And without muscle, you won't be able to lose fat that easily. You won't be able to build your dream body. You'll just be skinny. And skinny is the same thing as being overweight. Pretty much. It's the both of extremes, right? So it's really not that pleasurable, and you're not going to have more energy. You're not going to have more confidence. It's not going to happen if you get skinny. If you get lean, that's what's actually life changing. And you get lean by resistance training, building muscle, and losing fat. So the first thing is resistance training. What do you need to do to build actually muscle? So I like to focus on a thing called reverse training. So reverse training is basically reversing the conventional wisdom where you have to train 7 days a week, you have to train like a maniac, you have to train like a beast, and all of those things, and reversing it and kind of looking at it, is in like first principles and like in its true basic form, like what's actually muscle building. Muscle building is applying greater force to a muscle over time, over a longer period of time. So for example, if you lift 100 pounds in bench press today and lift 200 pounds in bench press the next year, you are going to build more muscle because you got stronger, and therefore if the muscle is stronger, therefore it has to be larger. So reverse training, what it does is it focuses on this thing, it focuses on strength, right? And reverse training basically has you work out only 2 to 3 times a week. And why is this so crucial? And why do you need to work out less to build more muscle? I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. This is because when you work out less, what happens is you get more recovery, therefore you get more energy, and therefore you have more strength to get stronger on exercises and on workouts, and therefore you're going to build more muscle and more muscle. And this is crucial. Like, you're going to save a lot of time, you're going to build a lot of lean attractive muscle, and you're just going to enjoy the whole process without draining, but applying reverse training to it. So you work out 2 to 3 times a week. You have about 1 to 2 days of rest in between. You do about 5 exercises per workout. You do about 2 sets per exercise, and you do about 6 to 8 reps per set. So reps, those are repetitions, and that's how you complete. That's how you actually build the muscle. The next thing you need to do, the second thing, is you need to be in a calorie deficit. So calorie deficit is what actually drives fat loss, right? So what is calorie deficit? Well, calorie deficit is basically eating less calories, fewer calories than your body needs to function at its current weight right now. If you weigh, let's say, 300 pounds and your body right now needs 4,000 calories to function normally, so eat 4,000 calories today and consistently over, let's say, month, you're going to maintain those 300 pounds, right? But if you eat, let's say, 3,000 calories, so you drop those calories, you go and eat fewer calories than your body needs, what happens is, you tap into calorie deficit. And then once you give your body less calories than it needs, it taps into your stored fat, burns that, and uses that for the lack of energy. So it uses that to make up the difference. And calorie deficit is basically that, difference, right? And you need to have this calorie deficit if you want to lose weight. It is a must. That's actually how every single diet on this planet works. So for example, keto, what happens is when you have a keto diet and you get rid of carbs, what happens is you get rid of calories, right? When you get rid of one micronutrient, you get rid of a lot of calories, and therefore you lose weight. And the same is true for intermittent fasting and for any paleo and all of those diets. Like, you're essentially doing elimination of calories, right? Through elimination of, let's say, macronutrient or food or stuff like that. So why do people lose weight when they cut out sugar, when they cut out carbs, when they cut out bread? Well, it's because they're creating a calorie deficit. It's not necessarily the food that's making them fat, it's just a calories intake. So if you want to lose weight and if you want to lose fat, you must create a calorie deficit. So how do you do that? First, you need to understand your TDEE. So this stands for total daily energy expenditure. So you need to understand what's your total daily energy expenditure, how much your body needs right now to function normally at its current weight. When you have that, then you need to create actually a calorie deficit. So you need to calculate how many calories you'll be eating for you to be in a calorie deficit. And how do you do this is you take TDEE and you subtract it by 500 to 1,000 calories. And you get your calorie intake. Once you have this, so you have calories intake, you have how many calories are you actually going to be eating to lose weight, to be in a calorie deficit. And once you have your calorie intake, you need to actually eat this many calories for a long enough period of time. And that's how you lose weight. So you actually eat this amount of calories every single day, right? And the cool thing is you can eat still your favorite foods. You can eat you still like chocolate bars. You can still eat pizza. You can still eat all of those things, because those things are not making you fat. The only thing that's making you fat is calories intake. And if you lower your calorie intake below your TDEE, which is your maintenance, which is your how many calories your body burns right now, you are going to lose weight, right? So the only thing that matters is calories for weight loss, right? And as I said, like the third and the last thing is to actually eat this amount of calories intake that you got, right? So the same is true for resistance training. Once you have this, then you need to actually work out, right? And this is how you actually work out. And how do you eat is, well, you should download an app such as MyFitnessPal on App Store, or something like a calorie tracking app that allows you to track your meals and your foods and your drinks and your sips and your bites and everything that you eat and drink throughout the day. And that way you can input those things into that app, and therefore you can see, all right, I'm eating this many calories for the day, right? This meal has this many calories, this meal has this many calories, this meal has this many calories, And what you do is you input these things into an app, and then you can track, all right, how many calories am I eating? How many calories am I actually eating? Like, this calorie intake. Am I actually being in a calorie deficit, right? So that's how you do it, and you track what you eat in the day as you go throughout the day. That's the most effective way, because you don't have to meal prep. You don't have to waste time doing that. You don't have to learn how to meal prep. You don't have to, eat only salads and stuff like that. This cuts so much time, and it's the best thing out there. And the last thing, the third thing that actually going to help you to lose weight and build a fit, healthy body that you actually want is the thing that combines these two things, and it is tracking and iteration. So I'll be quick with this. Basically, tracking. You need to track your calories intake. You need to track your workouts, and you need to track your body weight. You need to track your body progress photos, and you need to track your body measurements. And why is this crucial is because, well, our bodies change and our bodies adapt. So let's say you're 3 months into a calorie deficit and resistant training, and you're doing everything well. Well, what's going to happen is your body is going to plateau, right? So the calorie deficit that you were, you will not be losing weight with the same calorie intake as before. So what you need to do is you need to keep track of these things, and therefore make iterations for so you continue to lose weight and actually get to your goal weight or goal body that you want. So as I said, like, you need to track and you need to iterate, and that's the last thing. And I don't see many people talk about this, but this is like extremely crucial, and it can literally make or break the entire thing, because you can plateau and not see not see results coming in, and you can quit. But if you're tracking and all right, like, I know what's happening, let me cut it down right now so I can continue making progress, then it's going to be a much easier thing for you to continue working out and eating properly, to actually lose all of your excess weight and build your dream body. So that is it. These three things are literally the only things you need to do to lose weight. Don't be confused. Don't get distracted by these shiny objects and these gimmicks on the internet. These are literally the only three things you need to do to build a healthy, muscular, lean body that you want. That is it for this video. Now, if you want our personal help, where we take you and we do all of this pretty much for you, we set you up with a plan, with a strategy that literally works like a clockwork. Then you have the first link in the description. You can click that, book a call, talk with either me or someone from my team. We come up with a strategy for you. We set it up. We see if you're the right fit for it. If you are, we get to work together, and we get to build your dream body. So that is it. And talk soon. Bye.